Our top story this morning on CBS 13, Good Day, and streaming live on CBSN Sacramento. We have now learned at least 100 homes and other buildings have been destroyed as the Caldor Fire continues to burn in Dorado County. Cal Fire says that number will grow in the coming days, and full damage assessments could take weeks. Nearly 7,000 other structures are still being threatened at this point. That fire has burned more than 68,000 acres and still no containment.
23,000 people in Dorado County have been evacuated because of this fire. And this morning, Cal Fire says they may not be able to return home for up to 2 weeks.
Rachel Wolf is live at an evacuation center in Cameron Park with more details this morning. Rachel, you've talked to a lot of people who are very concerned at this point.
And I'm listening to the numbers that are coming in, and it's kind of my assessment, having covered these fires for a while and having gone to the front lines and talked to people, it felt like tens of thousands of people, and now we know that there is a number. We're at the Cameron Park Emergency Shelter at the community center. This is a beautiful facility, and one of the reasons they opened it up initially is that it's got showers, it's got a big auditorium where folks are sleeping, which is why we are staying back. A lot of folks are still asleep there. They've got a map here outside. A woman just walked out with her little dog and went for a walk and checked that map, the fire map, and they've got all sorts of beverages, food, and potential medical services. This is one of about a dozen different shelters in the area. They just opened one up in El Dorado Hills at a church there, and we stopped by. Not many people, but everybody going to these places just to get a break. Some parking their RVs in the parking lots. We've seen Walmart parking lots that are filled, as well as these emergency evacuation shelters, which are sponsored by Red Cross. One evacuee from Pollock Pines glued to the live cameras near his home. He says as long as the cameras are working, he knows his home is still standing.
It gives me a good feeling that I can see something out there, and I know that if I don't have the cameras anymore, obviously the house is gone.
El Dorado County Sheriff's deputies have arrested at least 2 people on suspicion of looting in evacuation zones. Law enforcement officials actively patrolling neighborhoods and stopping anyone who is not clearly a firefighter or first responder. We saw a number of different agencies, Folsom Police, just one of them while we were up there, but there were probably half a dozen other different agencies that were rendering what's called mutual aid, where they come in and assist in these types of emergency operations. And easily dozens of fire departments from Sacramento all the way up north. They're pulling people off the Dixie Fire, bringing them down here. It's all hands on deck because this is still 0% contained, and they're saying that the winds are going to pop up again this weekend, and that's not good news for a lot of the folks that are watching and waiting like that gentleman and just hoping and praying that their house continues to be safe.
So scary. All right, Rachel Wolf live for us this morning. Thank you, Rachel.